Hey guys, we're going to go on a little earlier today because I'm not 100% sure what this weather is going to do here. So we're going to just get started a little early, just a couple of minutes. All right. All right. So first and foremost, hey, how you guys doing? Thank you guys for coming on. For anybody who's going to be here live right now, physically watching me do it now, and everybody who's going to be looking at it in the future. So this is Coloring with Jeff, and basically what it is exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to be coloring and bringing to life one of my characters from Jeff Balke Studios. Today he's going to be in cosplay, so he's actually dressed up as one of his favorite villains, and we're kind of getting ready for what I call Spooky Tunes. This is my version of Halloween with Jeff Balke Studios and our characters here. So it's kind of fun, kind of a little play. It's just a lot of fun. So we're getting ready for the season. Even though I know it's August, hey, at least I'm not getting ready for Christmas yet. Um, but I'm really excited. Spooky Tunes is probably one of my favorite times of year that I do. 'Cause I know just it's Halloween stuff. So my characters might be put into some Halloween costumes. They might look like classic monsters. They might look like monsters in general. You just never know. So it's whatever they feel like they want to do. In any particular time. But so kind of getting ready for that, we're putting some of our characters in costumes, like who they would dress up as if they were to go trick or treating. So last week we did Natasha, and she was dressed as Harley Quinn. This week, we actually have we have her boyfriend Stanley, and one of his favorite characters is from Batman, and it's actually the Joker. So that's who I'm gonna be coloring up tonight. Joker Stanley, or Stanley Joker, however you want to call it. So I'm gonna get this camera flipped around, and you're still gonna hear me talk. Luckily, I know. I'm sure you guys are really excited. Uh, comments are coming in. Hold on. About the comments, guys. I will get to them as soon as I can. I'm a little further away, unfortunately. Hey, Garrett, how are you? Oh, yeah, I got this. You got it. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to flip this camera around here on my phone. My hair is flat. All right. So do this. Give me 1 second here, guys. Look at that. Look, it's like I'm a pro now or something. But what I was saying, guys, about the oh, no. There we go. What I was saying about the comments. Unfortunately, I'm a little further away from my comments. Sorry, guys, I keep hitting something on my camera. Ugh. And I don't know exactly what it is. So bear with me for 1 second before I start talking again. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it's giving me such a hard time tonight. Ah! Everything's falling. All I gotta say is that I miss my house. All right, guys. All right, so here we go. This is the Joker Stanley, as you can see right here. What I was saying with the comments, though, is that unfortunately I will not be able to get to the comments right away. I can see that some of them are coming in here and there, so I will try to leave my spot here and go over to the comments and try to answer some questions. But if I don't, please don't be offended. I just want to try to get the coloring done because this one's going to take a little time. There's a lot of little parts in here, and I have to create my own colors, which I will also talk to you guys about as I'm going. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, the first thing that I want to I like working from the back forward. I'm not going to do the background yet because I don't know exactly what colors I'm going to be using for him. I mean, I kind of do, but not really. All right, so first and foremost, okay. And if you guys do have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Like I said, I will definitely get to everybody's comments and questions. All right. Well, since Stanley is a squirrel, he's got a brown tail. However, it's not just a regular old brown. Not like a dark brown or a light brown. Oh no, no, I had to make him a little more complicated than that. And what I like to do, I think I've mentioned this a few times, is that I like highlighting, outlining, I guess, exactly where I'm going to be coloring, because that just kind of then I can kind of guesstimate just with my eyes how far I have to go with the marker, because you can see this marker is about to go bye bye, unfortunately. But it kind of gives me a really cool texture too. So if the markers are like just about to go, they're just about to die, dry up, whatever you want to call it, kind of like this one. For me, it's actually kind of okay because it gives just a little bit more of a texture to the piece. All right, we're going to do this part. So his tail actually has two different colors to make one color. So I'm actually making a color right in front of you guys here. Stanley here is actually my first character I ever created in Jeff Balke Studios. So it's like right after, quite literally, like right after I legalized and created the studio and all that stuff. Um, I literally came up with this character like right away. And of course, he's going to have a girlfriend, Natasha. And she's the one who I actually colored last week as Harley Quinn. There we go. So I was saying earlier that we're getting ready for our Spooky Tunes, and what that basically is, that's my version in the studio of Halloween, and it's a bunch of my characters dressing up as in their favorite characters' Halloween costumes or their favorite movie costumes, whatever it may be. And they just kind of run amok uh, for a while. All right, that's color number one. Trying to remember what the other color was. Guys, and please also feel free to share this video at any time. That would be wonderful. I am trying to build an audience here too. Yes, you guys rock because you're all here, absolutely. But I'm trying to do a lot more like YouTube and some videos that I have in mind that I want to create. So the more we can share this out, the more we can get some more viewers. That would be awesome. You guys would rock. See, now going over. So you see the streakiness kind of almost makes it look like it's hair, kind of. I don't know if you guys can necessarily see that because there's a big glare like right here. And if you go outside the lines just a little bit, it's okay. It's okay. This is only the first thing, first items I'm coloring on Stanley here. And leaving some parts white, kind of like I did here and like I did up here, that's for the shine. But yeah, Spooky Tunes is our Halloween. Going back to that, Spooky Tunes is our Halloween art and stuff and comic strips and comic books. That's what the Spooky Tunes is. So we're kind of getting ready for that now, of course, with Harley Quinn and now the Joker as Christmas. All right. So the next color, we're gonna get the underside of his tail, which is right here. We're supposed to get some bad storms today, basically starting right about now. Another reason why I wanted to go early, so if we lose power or anything like that, you know, at least I got most of this in. All right. So because he's a Joker, I'm gonna give him green hair. It's kind of fitting for him. Huh? You guys think? So everything when you're using markers is all about layering. You know, and I always start lightest and go to the darkest. And he's also got big old bushy eyebrows. We'll color those in green as well. There we go. This is going to look kind of weird, you know, for you know a couple of minutes here, because it's something that you definitely don't see all the time. You know, you definitely don't see a Joker squirrel. You know. Well, thanks, Angel. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, and just so you guys know too, all the pieces that I do, all these limited editions, because this is also one of those limited editions that I have as well too. Limited edition. Sounded kind of weird, didn't it? No, these are only limited to 10 copies, and that's it. Just 10 copies. Each and every one is going to be hand colored, as you see me doing here. And they are available. This one will be available after the video, after I'm doing the coloring here tonight. And a little bit of this, and a little bit of it darker. This is all about layering. But you guys can go to bulkystudiosart.com and you can actually go and get any of the limited editions that I've already done, which I've done, of course, Harley Quinn, as I said last week, with Natasha. I don't have tons of these. I really don't. But then, of course, I'm going to have this one. But then also, the first one that I did was Louis Gator as the Loki variant. That one's really cool. I like that one. All right, and something that's really kind of bugging me is I'm going to get his eyes. I'm going to do his eyes here. His eyes are just kind of, you know, they're creepy. So I apparently don't have a pure black. Let me just double check here. I have a whole. Oh, I do. I have a whole thing of basically a tote of all these different markers, and I'll show you guys after I do the video. Some of you may have seen it already, but oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so sometimes I have like black. Literally, I have like 5 different shades of black. Oh, isn't that nuts? There we go. Now you can kind of see it's like looking off in that direction. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do his I wouldn't say skin tone, more like, oh, weird. More of like his fur. Ooh, hold on. Let me go check comments real quick, guys. Hold on one second. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. It's doing stuff like this, kind of mixing the two creative fields that I was working in. Now I'm basically working to, you know, right now in the animation field, but we still do comic books and comic strips. So kind of, you know, combining the two, my characters with some of the characters that we all know, I just kind of thought, what the heck? You know, it's fun. You know, it's a lot of fun. But thank you, I appreciate that. All right. But like I said, now we're going to work in his fur, which is just a dark brown. So getting into some of these tight spots, I like to use the fine point. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, but it's a much finer point to it, so it's a lot easier to get in those little small nooks and crannies. Okay. But going back to what I was saying about bulkystudiosart.com and the limited editions, that you guys can purchase any of these at any time. The Harley Quinn I did from last week is available. The exact one is available, and you kind of have proof that it's an original because I was doing it right in front of you. So you got the video. But I always tell people, if you ever want to know if it's an original, because unfortunately there's been a lot of people who've done some, not so trustworthy things. And they say, oh, it's original, it's original. Well, the best way you can tell, especially with these, if they're originals, like what I'm doing, is I always tell people, flip it over. If the marker bleeds right through, boom, you know it's an original right there. If it doesn't bleed through, it's a print, and it's not original. There are so many fine little points on him. Nope, 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 that's fine. Okay. We're going to do this here. All right. This is actually part of his stomach right there. I just know that. I just didn't get there yet, but I was going to explain it to you when I got there. But just in case, like, why did he do that? Did he just go nuts on us? No, that's actually part of Stanley's stomach. Too much. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to start using the chisel side because there's a little bit more to color up here. Okay, sorry for the quietness there, guys. I apologize. Trying to listen to the background. It sounds like there's like a phone or something vibrating in the background. It's kind of weird. Oh, let me get over to the comments. I got a couple more comments there, so I'll get to those in just a second, guys. Okay. Hey, Bill, how you doing? How's it going, Bill? All right. Nice. Now we're going to move on to The next part, which is his snout and some of the other features of Mr. Stanley here. There we go. So this is where this part kind of comes into play. Where his tummy is. That's all right. There we go. That there. You see how he's coming to life with just a little bit of colors. In just a little bit, I'm also going to show you guys kind of how I use shadows to kind of bring them out. Now with the shadows, as I say every week, never black and never like a deep, deep dark gray, almost black. Don't ever use that because it kind of kills the piece, because shadows really aren't that color. They're kind of more maybe gray. You can kind of see here with my shadow, you can see that it is black or dark gray or whatever. But really on the characters to make it more eye appealing in comic books and animation, whatever it is, books, graphics of any kind, always use like a purple, like a darker purple or blue. You can use grays, like a lighter grays. That's okay, which I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But don't go overboard because you don't want big black masses of blah, just kind of, overkilling the piece, especially in something like this. Okay. I'm going to get the inside of his ears. Then I realized that I didn't do this yet, so I'm going to take much lighter color and these white spots that I kind of left here, up here, and all on his fur. I'm going to kind of color that in with a lighter, what's actually called a sand color. Yeah, see, just boop. Very simple, very easy. Boop, boop. And you even get the sound effects. How about that? How about that? All right. Color in his nose. All right. And then we do the creepy smile. All right, and I'm going to add, this is where a little bit of shadow kind of comes in. I'm using a different, like a deeper red. It's actually called Spice. Just to kind of add a little bit more shadow. Just where his glasses sit, right on the corners of a smile. Okay. All right, so now we're going to work on the inside. So I'm going to give him a green vest. Try to use this one first. Yes. So I'm going to give him a green vest. With a chisel. Now I kind of touched on this just a little bit ago, but when I color, what I like to do is go from lightest to darkest. It's a lot easier to do it that way, because if you try to do it the other way, it's really not going to work out to your favor. I mean, you can do darkest to lightest. Can it work? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's not recommended because unfortunately, if you screw up, you can't do anything with the dark color. I mean, you're kind of stuck with it. So if you go lightest to darkest and you screw up something, going, oh, I shouldn't have done it. I should have done that light color right there. You can go back over the light color with the dark color. Can't do that vice versa. So that's why I like to go from lightest to darkest when coloring with markers. Okay, where was it? Oh, right there. Okay, we're gonna give him a green bow tie. One of the biggest questions I always get, Jeff, what are the markers that you use? And I simply tell everybody, like, I use Prismacolor. Those are my marker of choice. But like this one I'm using right now, this is actually Blick Studio. So you don't have to buy the $10 each markers in order to look professional. No, 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 no. You don't need to do that. Um, as long as you're comfortable with it and as long as you know how to use it and use the marker of the brand, you know, that's all that matters. Prismacolor is just kind of what I started on. So I'm just kind of going on with it a little bit more and more. And um, I kind of found like different techniques that I can do with Prisma, you know, here and there. So I've kind of stuck with them. And then the Blick Studio markers, Dick Blick is a art supply store. They have their own brand of markers. So you can at any time you can go there, you can go buy their markers, and they're pretty comparable. What are we doing? Sorry, guys. It's like I'm gonna have to use the chisel end. I know this weekend is MegaCon out in Orlando, Florida. Unfortunately, I will not be able to make it out there. There's a lot of reasons for it, but the biggest one really is, you know, it's for my health, and it's for everybody else's health. You know, just with the with COVID around there, things down there are just really out of control, and just need to keep myself safe, and along with everybody else too. However, there are some smaller shows locally here that I am doing, and Jeff Bulky Studios .com. You can actually go and check out the different places I'm going to be. I have to update a couple of places because I didn't put them in there yet. That's for the Milwaukee Makers Market. Yeah. So basically, what that is, it's a group of artisans. I don't want to call it a craft show. It's not a craft show, but it's a group of artisans, just local people, artists, who come in and they have like a wide variety of pretty much everything. You know, from like candle making to um, you know, art, jewelry. I mean, you name it, it's pretty much there for the most part, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You know, we never really paid attention to the, you know, to the state that we live in or the place that we live in, so um, I think it's time that we finally do it. And I'm glad we did because the first one was fun. You know, the first one was really great last month. The other one coming up this month, and I have two shows back to back, just one day events called MightyCon. I don't know when I'll be able to get back on the road to start doing like the bigger shows. Most likely next year. Most likely, because I've had some people already ask me, "Are you doing this show? Doing this show?" Not yet. I got to get that purple in there since Joker is known for purple. Like I say, it looks kind of weird, but really cool at the same time. All right, so I'm going to throw this out there. So if anybody is interested in purchasing this particular piece, you just let me know. It actually comes matted, so it comes in a beautiful matte, black and white matte, and the matte size is 11 by 14. The print size, or I should say the Artoon size that I'm doing here, is 8 by 10. So you can actually frame this if you wanted to, take it out of the mat, frame it by itself, or 11 by 14, you can get a frame for that, and you can frame it with the mat. Sorry, guys. Okay, oop, one little part forgot right down here. Now, again, as you can see, I left some white parts there, which means that those are highlights. So you will see those disappear in just a little bit. All right. Holy cow. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the, through my phone. The wind just picked up. I think we're supposed to get like 60-mile-an-hour winds. They actually call it a wind bag, believe it or not. I was looking it up. Reed Timmer, if any of you guys have ever seen him with Storm Chasers, that's actually what he called it. And right outside my window here, I mean, the trees are going nuts. Holy moly. Oh, wonderful. All right, I'm going to give him here, I'm going to make this like a cream, almost like a cream color. Oop, and I just realized I didn't finish this tie here. I got to finish that. Just so that part's not white. Go here. Oops. Grab this. Wow, that is really, that came out of nowhere. Well, that noise is not, that's actually our sink. There we go. Let me go check the comments real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on one second. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, this is a pretty yucky storm we're supposed to get. I mean, we're not getting the big stuff, but we're getting enough. All right, so now we're gonna make this gold. Okay, we're gonna make this gold too. Now for this, I'm leaving the top part white, like right up here. You guys can probably barely see it because of the lighting, but I'm just leaving the top part white here. Just because it does have that really solid. Where'd it go? Sorry, it really does have that solid shine to it. Oh, cool. Having a really sturdy hand is a really good thing sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. All right, so the top there, that little circular part there, I'm actually going to make a different color. I'm going to make it red. There's not enough red in this picture, in this piece. So I'm going to make this red, but I'm going to have a little highlight right there. A little bright and vibrant highlight. So as I said, it's all about layer, 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 layer. It's like when you're coloring in Photoshop, it's all about layers there too. See? So now adding all those layers, now it kind of looks like I don't want to say 3D-ish, but it kind of gives that effect to where it looks like it's more round. All right. So, okay. So I'm going to grab, now this is where I'm going to use this is a 30% cool gray. So this is where I am going to grab it, and I'm going to add just a little bit of gray. It's a very light gray. And add it just to certain parts here and there, kind of just giving the illusion again of shadow. All right. All right, and then actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just one cooler, I'm going to do a 40%. There we go. So when you look at a shadow, even like when you look at mine, you see it's darker in the middle, and then it kind of just spans out. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing here with this, is I'm kind of spanning out, if you will, the shade, the shadow. Cool. So again, if anybody is interested in this particular piece, definitely let me know. You can let me know right here, right now. It'll be $40. It comes, of course, signed. It comes matted. I'm still coloring this piece up. And then right now I'm going to offer free shipping to anybody who wants this particular piece. I'm going to offer free shipping to this exact piece. So if you want it, you know that it's original because I'm coloring it right here, right in front of you and for everybody to see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to do the hard, like a real in-depth coloring behind him. Because all that's going to do, it's going to take away from the focus of him, which, he is the focus. He needs to stay the focus. And when you guys see this all matted up and everything, oh, it's beautiful. It's awesome. No, I haven't seen it matted up yet, but the mats that I chose were just, they're really spectacular. They're really cool. I'm going to add just a little more here. have a little bit of the chartreuse that I'm using. Just kind of add a little more color. Okay. So guys, there you have it. There you go. Ta-da! Oh, actually, no, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm sorry. I'm not done. What I always like to do is add a little shadow kind of like behind him, almost like where he's separated from the background and him. So it kind of looks like he's standing in front of it. So I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow there. And I'm going to start. And this is, again, where I'm going to use some of my lighter grays. So I'm still not using the deep, deep colors. Me. Come on. Why is this so sticky? Yep, even all the way up here. Even all the way up there. Now I'm going to do just a little bit over here. Not tons. There we go. Then I go with my darker, a little bit of a darker gray. This is that 30% gray that I used earlier. Oops. Now I'm doing a very thin line of this because this 30% is supposed to be the darkest shade that I'm going to use with the 30% with the shadow. So that's why I'm using kind of a thinner line. And then the next color I'm going to use is a 10%. This one you may not see through the camera only because it's such a light, light, light color. Basically what this one kind of does for me is it kind of blends it all together. Didn't forget about this part, but there's not a whole lot to do back here. And there we go. Ta-da! Well, there he is. All right. Ta-da! All right, I'm gonna move my camera real quick so you guys can get kind of a better shot of him. So you can see, you know, that it is a little bit streaky here and there, but again, that's okay because that adds kind of the texture, at least definitely to animals and the fur and hair. So and it's actually kind of cool, but it also gives that authenticity of being a sketch. So kind of sketchy, and that's exactly why I did the background the way that I did the background, to kind of give that authenticity. Just so, because every one of these is original, one of a kind. So no two are ever going to be alike, no matter how many times I color this particular piece, which in this case is only 10, because these are limited to only 10 copies, and that's it. So again, if anybody wants this piece right here, it's only $40 and free shipping anywhere in the U.S. Absolutely. If you want it, excuse me, that's if you want this one today, anytime tonight. Or tomorrow or later on tonight, you know, you can go online to bulkystudiosart.com and you can actually purchase one of these, and I can color a fresh one up for you using colors you want me to use. You just type in what colors you want me to use, and boom, I'll color it up that way, or I'll make it look something similar to this. But there he is, Joker Stanley. So I'm going to try to flip this around without screwing anything up. Oh, actually, no. No. So I wanted to show you, these are all the markers, guys. So everything over here, this is what I physically use when you guys see me color. These are my backups, and backups for my backups are on the other side of us. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy, right? So you try to flip this around. Oh, I think I did it. Oh, I did. Yay! So there you have it, guys. Again, I just want to say thank you guys very much. You know, I know coming back kind of slowly with the coloring with Jeff episodes, you know, but being on a brand new network with Hanging with the Web Show, I want to say thank you to those guys so much, because being with them is really is a big thing, at least for me anyway, because I get to reach a lot more people. With Facebook and all the algorithms and stuff that's out there, you know, it's just kind of tough. You know, when you're a little guy, and you don't have a ton of money or any money to really give these corporations. It's really nice that a network comes out who has a lot of followers and a lot of people to say, hey, why don't you come on board with us, and why don't you spread some cheer that way? And so basically that's kind of what happened. And so I couldn't be happier with Hanging with the Web Show. So thank you guys. I also want to thank all you guys out there too who are watching. You guys rock. Thank you so much. And again, feel free to share this anywhere and everywhere. Put it everywhere you possibly can. And don't forget to come back next week. So next week, right here, I believe it's going to be the same time, 7 o'clock. That seems to be a good time from what I'm understanding, from what I kind of see. So I'm looking at the computer screen. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys so much. And if you want to purchase this particular piece, let me know at any time tonight. You can message me directly, or you can just right here on the video, you can say, hey, Jeff, I want that piece. $40. It comes matted up and, of course, signed. Nope, it just doesn't leave my hand until it's signed. And then free shipping anywhere in the country. Or you can always purchase one until they're gone. There's only a limited of 10 of these. You can purchase them on bulkystudiosart.com along with any of the other limited editions that I have up there that I hand colored. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I won't get blown away. There's wind out there. Whoa. So take care. Next week, I'll see you right here Tuesday at 7 o'clock Central Time. If anything changes for any reason, time frame wise anyway, I will definitely let you guys know. So thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you next week.